All right, here's a really quick tip for Unreal Engine on rendering out a character that has a hair groom. I'm sure there's lots of tutorials on how to do this already, but I have a character with hair as a metahuman character that's using this hair groom. There's actually some collision involved, and of course, it's dynamics moving with the character, but I need to render this out as a sequence. Now, if you've ever done that without caching this, you'll know that the hair goes absolutely crazy when you render out a sequence, depending on your settings. So I need to create a cache for this. Basically, it's going to calculate all the movement of the hair before I even do the render. So to do that, I need to make sure that I've got my metahuman or my character with the groom in the sequencer. And I'm going to click the little plus sign, and it's actually not the hair component that I need to add. It is the Niagara component for that hair. Now, I just see this here. I don't think that I've actually added anything. So hopefully this, quick tip is actually useful, and it's not like I'm skipping a major step, but I'm adding a Niagara component for the hair. And then I'm going to click the little plus sign and add the Niagara cache. This is a stable spring system hair, which is, I think, the default. Now, okay, you cannot have your sequence start before frame 0. I learned that the hard way, where I was adding some tails to a shot, or some heads to a shot. But yeah, it will actually crash. So you need to make sure that the start of your sequence is either on frame 1 or frame 0. So like this is frame -1, that would actually fail, that would crash. So I'm going to make sure that these are set to 0 so that I can cache that. Now I'm going to rewind. I don't think any of this matters, but just in case, I tend to set the viewport scalability to low and set this to unlit just to make sure that it plays back really at speed. I don't think it matters, but just in case, I like to do that. There are some things that I think that the take recorder does matter, but probably doesn't here. Anyway, when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and click the record button. It plays back not quite at real time because it is creating an asset for that sim. I do see that there's a lot of jittering. That's not due to the cache. That's just due to the hair groom itself. I also see that it's going through her ear. It's probably some of these adjustment settings that I made. But once that's finished, I have a cache. And I'm not totally sure that this is necessary, but just to make sure, I've been then right-clicking on that cache and saving it to an asset, just in case something goes wrong with the cache. Not totally sure that we have to do that, but again, just in case, I've been saving it. All right, hopefully that's helpful for somebody.